I recently bought these two neck fans, and today we're going to go over them, their features. Is one better than the other? We're just going to go over them from top to bottom, do some measurements. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll go ahead and start with this fan. This is the BNBZ portable neck fan, and I'll be honest with you, for whatever reason, I haven't invested in neck fans over the years, even though we live in a really hot climate. It was just something that I didn't know how well they worked. But when my son started baseball and they would have games really hot outside, I borrowed one from a friend, and ever since then I knew that I needed to invest in some. So that's what I did recently. And just going over this one here, it has a really sleek design. It's about 8 inches. And I like this, so I'll go ahead and put it on. It just has the one button. To turn it on, you just press this one button. And of course you want to make sure that these little vents are pointed upward. I made the mistake when I first put it on is I had it turned upside down and I was like, where's the cooling? And it was just a user error. So, but you know, I hadn't worn neck fans too much. And so here it is. You want to make sure these are pointed up. This is on level 1. And for this particular neck fan, it just has the 4 levels. You can probably kind of hear it. I'll take my microphone away just because if it's too close, you're not really going to get that true sound test. We'll do right about here. This is level 2. And honestly, level 1 feels really nice. Level 2, obviously a little stronger. Let's crank it up to level 3. Really powerful air blowing. And then the final level, you know, that's for when maybe you've been mowing outside. You just want to cool down really fast. And then if you press it again, it goes off. So that's the only way that you can turn it off. I think it would be nice if it had a button where you just held the button down and it would turn off that way, but you do have to cycle through till the end. So I just pressed all 4 and then it turned off. This one does have the USB-C plug-in to recharge it. It does charge very fast. And here's the display. So you can see it's on level 1, 2, 3, and 4. If it just gets left on a level, it'll show you the charging amount. So it says right now it's at 82%. The overall design of this neck fan is very sleek. And I like that it's kind of one size fits all. That's the case for most of these neck fans. I'm able to wear it comfortably. My kids are, my husband is, but that's because the way it's built, it kind of has this stretchy neck part right here. It does say that it's supposed to allow you 16 hours of runtime before you need to charge it again. That's great because, you know, if you're like me, you like to go on cruises, maybe you're having a port day and you're going to be somewhere hot, somewhere tropical, and you want to make sure that your fan is going to run all day during that excursion. That's really nice. We'll definitely do a test like that in the future and let you know how well these neck fan batteries hold up. I chose to get this one in white. It does come in several different colors. They've got a black, a blue, and yeah, so I just chose the white. I really like how it looks. It has these kind of almost rose gold looking touches on the outside. This one is the 𝐔𝐩𝐠𝐫𝐚𝐝 portable neck fan. This one is slightly different because it has this cooling neck plate right here. And that's one thing I really like about it. Just taking a look around it, of course, it's got the same vents there and there, but then it also has this in the back. That's a little different as well. And of course, it's got the USB-C charging port right there. This one might be more for my daughter, and she just likes the color pink. We've already tried it on her. It is very stretchy through here, and you can see that it is a little bit different assembly, but very soft silicone type material. I'll go ahead and try it on. This one is a little different because you do have to hold a button down to start it. So I've got my button right over here. I'm going to turn it on by holding it down. It's on that first level, so you can hear that right there, nice and quiet. And this one is different as well because it has 3 different cooling modes. I'll show you there's a button right next to the fan mode. And so it's supposed to have 3 different coolnesses, which vary depending on which fan speed you got it at. So this is the second fan level. Okay. So still nice and quiet. 3rd, 4th, 5th, and then it goes back to 1. So this one has 5 levels. I feel like 1 is not super powerful. I'd probably crank it up to at least 2. The thing that I really noticed was when I put it on and that cooling neck plate just right away just cools your neck. Now to turn this one off, you're gonna hold down the fan button until it goes off. So that was very easy. Let me turn it back on and show you how the display works. There you've got level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and back to 1. Of course, if you leave it alone, it'll show you what percentage it's charging at. It's at 51 right now. Let's go ahead and measure this one right at about 8 inches. So they're really pretty much the same as far as the top to bottom measurement goes. And I will say that this one is more of a straight across, whereas you can see this is more curved to maybe fit the shoulders nicely. And so yeah, that's just something that's a little different about this one. Has that cooling plate that I mentioned. I feel like this one is a good fit for my younger daughter as well because they come in a lot of fun colors. Of course, this pink as well as a purple and a green. So I'm feeling kind of like this one is more for the adults who don't want a lot of kind of flashiness, whereas this one looks a little bit like maybe teen oriented. So another thing, you might notice that the cooling plate is initially very cool to your neck, but of course as you wear it, it feels like maybe it's not as cool, but that's probably just from the nature of the warm skin against the cooling plate. Just something to note. It's not like that it's continuously cool, but it is a nice feature. I'm gonna do a test where I set them both to their loudest level, and we're just gonna get a feel for which one might be louder. Here's this one. Remember that the highest level is level 4. This is level 4. Just a continuous kind of flow of air. It's not annoying in any way. And then this one, remember, it goes to level 5. Okay, so we've got that at level 5. Maybe a slightly deeper sound, whereas the other one was a little bit higher sound. Just something to keep in mind. Both of these fans work very well. I think at the end of the day, it might just be more of a style issue, whereas I might take this one because I don't really need anything that's super flashy, and my daughter would be more inclined to take this one. Very nice design, stretchy, kind of conforms to the shoulders. Here it's stretchy as well, maybe not quite as stretchy. That's another thing to note. Just from doing a quick test, I'm just pulling about the same on them. This one seems to stay a little more closed. But yeah, both great fans, do exactly what they're supposed to do. They're going to keep you cool when you're outside.